Hi, I'm Luann Hammond, drivingthenation.com. I am here with Bob Carter, the president of Toyota USA. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So Bob, I just got through interviewing Vice President Biden. I asked him about electric and autonomous vehicles, and he said that they have a charging program that is going to go nationwide. You've been dealing with electric for quite some time.
Right.
Tell us about your plans with electric and autonomous.
Okay. So two different areas that I'll discuss electric first. As you know, we started building electric vehicles back in 1997 and we just sold our 9 millionth vehicle. Our application that everybody knows is Prius.
Yes.
At the heart of it, Prius is electric vehicle. We use a hybrid system to extend the range of the batteries. So we have a lot of experience in development, and that research keeps going on. Now, BEVs, or full-time, dedicated 100% electric, is what I believe everyone is referring to. And the technology still is advancing.
Right.
But there's 4 areas that we really need to, as an industry, to continue to advance, I believe, until it really hits the mainstream market. And the 4 areas are cost. The batteries are still very expensive. They're very heavy, which is counterintuitive to the vehicle. The heavier it is, the less MPG or range you would get.
Which is why people use a lot of, manufacturers use a lot of plastic in those cars.
Correct. Long recharge times.
Yes.
You know, when you deplete the batteries, many times it takes 8 or 10 hours to recharge them. And then limited range. But technology is improving, and we're very active in that area, particularly in small car, because regulation is a little ahead of consumer demand right now, particularly in Europe, where the path to zero emissions is coming very quickly upon us. So we're very active in that area for global scale. We're also, along the same lines, very committed to fuel cell. We just sold our 1,000th fuel cell in the state of California. Customers that have them love them, pure zero emission, but it's taking some time for the hydrogen infrastructure to take place.
It is taking a little bit longer than what California said it would take, and,
Yes.
and that's that they've got to make good on their promise.
Right.
Right.
They're coming, but it's a little bit behind schedule. So we're slowly bringing them out before, if a customer says, I'd like a fuel cell vehicle, again, pure zero emission, we have a conversation with the customer to make sure that they have adequate access to hydrogen close to their home as well as close to work.
It's funny that you say this, because I like the hybrid, but my favorite is the plug-in hybrid, not the actual complete EV, because the plug-in hybrid, I can probably 90% of the time use only electricity, and the rest of the time I can use some gasoline.
And that's exactly what our customers tell us. Our current new plug-in hybrid that we just brought to market is actually we're having a tough time keeping up with demand on it.
And which one is that?
That's the plug-in Prius. It has a range of 22 miles. So for 90% of commuters, 22 miles is enough to go to the store or go to work. But yet, once the battery's depleted, it runs like a regular Prius, and you can,
you get another 50 miles per gallon for every gallon you go.
Right.
So it works perfectly.
You mentioned autonomous.
Yes.
Different subject, but we're also very active in the autonomous area.
In fact, you showed something at CES.
We did, and I had the pleasure with Dr. Gil Pratt. He and I both presented our future vision of autonomous and artificial intelligence. But I think what we have today is the consumers there's a lot of confusion on what autonomous is.
Right.
SAE has come out with the definition of autonomous, and there's level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Right.
And I think where we are now in the learning phase, and consumers are maybe some confusion of they're considering level 5. I want to sit in the back seat and read the newspaper while I'm being driven to work. That's years and years away for any auto manufacturer. Still, no one is close to level 4 or level 5. What's being discussed today is level 2 and maybe touching on level 3. And that is autonomous, sometimes under maximum speed,
Right.
but on highway applications, but the driver is still absolutely needed to watch the road. There's a little controversy in the industry at level 2.
Right.
Let's say, for instance, I'm on the freeway and I put it in autonomous mode and the car's taking over, and I'm driving that way for 45 minutes.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden a tractor and trailer unexpectedly darts in front of me, or a deer jumps on the road. Level 2 will still require the driver in those types of situations to intervene and take control of the car. So the discussion, and the healthy discussion in the industry, is if I'm on the road for 45 minutes, I'm paying attention, but my attention span's not that long, and all of a sudden that deer jumps out and the car transfers control back to me immediately. Am I ready to take control of the vehicle? So there's a lot of things that still need to be worked out in the industry before consumers will actually be able to buy this a level 4 or 5 on a full broad scale market.
What do you think for autonomous vehicles? Everyone's saying 2025.
It's difficult to put a date on it, but we are actively involved in it. It will take, we believe, not millions of miles of testing, but billions of miles of testing.
Right.
So what we are confident in, we've invested, as announced, $1 billion into this research out of both Silicon Valley, and then we have our office located in Boston near MIT. We have some brilliant people working on it. It is in our future.
Right.
It's a little bit difficult because so much more work needs to be completed. When it'll be available is unknown. But the other thing that I think is misunderstood is you take a look at cars today in this showroom. We just announced for this 2017 model year a full suite of safety, active safety equipment for our vehicles. Lane departure,
Right.
blind spot warning, automatic braking, rear traffic alert. All this technology, we've packaged it together and we call it Toyota Safety Sense.
Yes.
And we made a commitment that it's not optional in our vehicles, it's standard in every one of our vehicles.
Perfect.
But the point that I wanted to make is all the automatic braking technology and lane departure, all the elements within this safety package to make cars safer today, all of that technology is coming directly out of the work for autonomous driving.
So you're getting them used to it, little by little.
Not used to it, but once we have a system perfected and developed, while it's an important piece of autonomous, we, and the industry's not waiting, we're making it available in 2017.
Right.
And cars today are so much safer than they've ever been. And that's one of the reasons.
We can't wait to see it. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you.